In today's video, we're going to be talking about buying used aquariums. So the first thing you need to know about buying used aquariums is where do you buy them? And there's going to be several options for you. The first place you can look at for buying used aquariums is at your local fish store. A lot of local fish stores will sell used aquariums from some of their customers, and it's a great place to find lots of different options. Now, the downside to buying used aquariums at the local fish store is that's probably where you're going to pay the most money. So if you don't want to buy them there, then there are some other options besides. My favorite options is to actually start looking at social media and some of those online sites that sell used items. I have found fish tanks on Craigslist, OfferUp, and on Facebook Marketplace. And I gotta be honest, I have found some of the best deals on that Facebook Marketplace. Currently, the fish tanks I have that I got for free, I have two 75 gallons, I've got a 40 breeder, I've got a 29 gallon, I have multiple 20 gallons, and I've gotten all of them for free. And that's because people are constantly posting up fish tanks for free on Facebook Marketplace. Now, if you can't find the fish tank that you want, or you can't find something at a good price on those online options, then another option you have is to actually go to a local yard sale group or something like that on Facebook and just put it out there. Hey, does anybody have any fish tanks they want to get rid of? I've done this in the past, and not only have I had lots of people respond with fish tanks they'd like to sell, I've actually had multiple people respond with fish tanks that they just said, hey, why don't you just come get this one? I don't really want it anymore. So once you found the fish tank you want, the next step is to go ahead and evaluate that fish tank. First thing you want to look at with any fish tank that's been used is you want to take a look at the glass and see if there's any cracks in it. Obviously, if there's any cracks in it, it's not a tank you're going to want to keep fishing because it's not going to hold water. You definitely want to take a close look at the edges of the tank as well, because a lot of times you will see little chips there. A small chip is okay, but if it starts to get into that silicone or getting close to that silicone, that's a tank you're going to want to pass on. The next step of looking at a used tank is going to be looking at, does it need to be resealed? Is it going to hold water? And so you need to take a close look at your seals for that. And what you can see on this is a great example. Up here at the top, the seal looks really good. This little spot here that you see, that's just some glue on the outside. Not a big deal. That silicone just leaks through sometimes. But if you keep moving down, you start to see, and hopefully this will come out on camera okay for you, but you can start to see a few little bit of dark spots here as we're getting lower. And what that is, that's where moisture has gotten into the seal. And then we get here, you can see it's really starting to get in there pretty far. And anytime you start seeing those black marks in there, that's mold that's gotten underneath the seal. Now here you can see there's still a little bit of silicone between the edge of that glass and that black. And that's good because it means that it wasn't leaking through there. But if you come down here at the bottom, you can see that has reached all the way to the bottom corner. And when it reaches that outside pane of glass, that's a good chance that it's going to start leaking. So let's take a look here on the inside. Again, when we come up here at the top, one of the things we're going to do is we're actually going to take our fingernail and just kind of peel a little bit underneath there. And what you can see is up here at the top, really no problems at all. That doesn't peel away at all. And that's the sign of a really good seal. But if we come down here, and let me try to see how I can get a good shot for you. It's a little tricky trying to hold the camera and get this video down here for you. But if you come down here, you can look, and hopefully it shows up on camera. This isn't too bad, but it is peeling just a little bit. So hopefully you could see that on the camera there, that it does peel a little bit. If we come down here to the bottom, this is where this seal is really getting bad. And the silicone here you can see is really looking pretty ugly. I know it may not come on camera, but if you look, I can peel this up and you can see it's flaking right up. There's no hold to that silicone anymore. And and I'm going to just pull here a little bit. Nothing too hard, and you can see it's kind of just pulling right away from that glass. So I know this is not going to be getting, oh wow, this one's really bad. You can tell, let me just see, oh wow, I've never had one come off that easily, but this is just pulling right out of the glass, and that's a pretty crazy how bad that silicone was at this point. So obviously this tank, we know why it was leaking, understand why it needs to be resealed. There are lots of fish tanks out there for free and for low prices if you take some time and look. Now you might have to check back frequently to get those free fish tanks. I check regularly, or at least I did when I was looking for my fish tanks, and I found some great deals. I'm sure you can too. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and if you did find a fish tank and you need to reseal it, make sure you check out my video over here about how to reseal a fish tank.